about the paper. So I was talking about the paper that has a tooth, and we're going to use that. And we are actually going to create a garden. This garden is the garden of your life, right? That you can have flowers, trees, and they can represent something, and they can also be symbolic of something in your life, right? And also I want you to look at this garden. Now when you look at it, when I say, okay, we're going to draw a garden, you might think of just one perspective, but I want you to change your perspective. So what are you in your garden? Are you a snail, or are you a bird on a tree? And how can you see your garden? Okay, so I'm just going to draw my garden out, and you can draw yours if you have your pencil and your paper. And let's start. So there can be, as I told you, there can be like symbolic representations of what certain things mean in your garden, right? And yeah, okay. So I'm just gonna draw stuff, and you can draw your pain. The flower can represent a difficult time in your life, or certain things like that. So I lost my father when I was really young, so something that has impacted me really. And so I would draw, maybe I will draw a hedge that reminds me of some part of my childhood maybe, right? And maybe there'll be a butterfly that represents another part of my life growing up. So I think we all have parts of our life that are difficult to talk about, and that may be difficult to come to terms with. Even after so many years, there are things that could kind of hurt us sometimes. And so let's just draw. And everything that has actually, the things that happen in your life happen for a reason, and I always believe that. And it can really mold you. It has molded you into whoever you are today. So my garden, I'm actually drawing a very boring garden because I'm looking at it from one perspective. So the very ordinary perspective. So let's see how it goes. So fill it up with whatever you want to fill it up with. Okay, think about it. Think about what you're doing. Just listen to the sound of the graphite on the paper. And as you can see, the paper that I'm using now with this prominent tooth is giving these really beautiful effects. Let's use a paintbrush. So you see, with the paintbrush you get this kind of really soft kind of look. How are you doing? Any of you painting or drawing? Stars and moons, that's great. Oh, I'm so happy. Lovely. And what's great about art therapy is, you don't have to really use many words. You just work from whatever you're creating. So very few words, and sometimes you don't want to talk about things, and you don't want to keep repeating the things that you're going through or whatever. So in that way, art therapy is really very useful. But of course, as I always say, I am an art therapy practitioner. So what I do is basically I use art therapy in my classes, in my sessions, my art sessions. But you should go and see a professional art therapist. Okay, if you have anything that you want to, work out, or the professional counselors and the art therapists, it's very important that you do that. I have to say that it's really very important. Okay, I think we can actually take some questions. Almost done. So everything is hidden and merged in my forest, okay, or in my garden. So all there are vines and very dark places also. Okay, great. So I think I'm done. Look, that's what happens. That's the fun part of it. Okay. And now, let me just take my phone. And if you have any kind of questions that you would like to ask me, I can answer. And I have charcoal on my face. Sorry, just give me a minute. Yeah. The hands, yes. And the face. Yeah, so if anybody wants to ask me any questions or tell me what you did or how you felt using charcoal or whatever it is that you used, just let me know. Any questions? Anyone? Actually, I don't really do art therapy classes. As I said, I'm an art therapy practitioner. So what I do is, Rose, I kind of use whatever knowledge I have in my regular sessions. Yeah. But if somebody wants to, like, I have done it just with a few friends and a few people who have really asked me to do like a session where they just want to relax with art. But yeah, so then I've had them over. So my studio is in Mount Lavinia, and right now, of course, we've been closed and we've been doing all the sessions online. But yeah, I think in the future, if anybody wants to come, if anyone would want to have a session, I think I'll be open to that. Yes. Thank you for the question. Anyone else wants to ask me something? Sorry, I'm just covered in all this charcoal. Hi, Dilendra. Oh, sorry. Okay, I think we're done. Thank you everyone for joining. And if you have any questions and you would like to ask me anything, please feel free to send your messages to Zara, and she would definitely she would definitely pass it on to me and I can answer it. So I think I'll say bye to all of you. I hope you had a nice evening and that you stay safe